Listen, I'm sure it'll be just a matter of time before Sean Douglas will be as right as rain.
Yeah, I hope so.
I heard him ask for Carly Manning. Sounds like they're getting pretty close.
They're friends?
Would you count yourself in that category?
Not really. I don't know the lady very well.
Oh, come on now, you must. I mean, she's around here an awful lot.
Yeah, she sure is.
Interesting lady, don't you think?
All right, Shane. What's going on here? Why all the questions about Carly?
You know, I'm not usually the curious type, but I'd like to hear an answer to that myself.
Dr. Manning, I was hoping I might hear from you after our little chat. I have to admit, I was disappointed not to get a telephone call.
Well, I hope you weren't waiting by the phone, because, like I said, I really have nothing more to tell you.
Carly, will you excuse us for a minute?
Sure. I'll go look in on somebody.
Thanks. All right, Governor, what is going on here? You working on some kind of case that involves Carly?
Oh, Bo, you know better than to ask me anything like that.
You're not going to answer me.
That's right.
So there is a case, and it does involve her.
You know what? Let's change the subject, huh?
All right, one more quick one. Is she in some kind of trouble?
Not as far as I can tell. But I'd like you to tell me if she does or says anything unusual. I'd really appreciate that.
All right, I will.
Okay, I have to go. Would you say hi to Sean Douglas for me?
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
That was quick.
Uh-huh.
What does he want to talk to you about, anyway?
I asked to speak to Shane alone for a reason. It was a private conversation.
Is it about me?
What if it was? No big deal, a few questions.
Well, there were more than a few questions, and I think there's a little more to it. I mean, he's been checking up on me, Bo, and he's a Gen Con investor.
Nah, he's not like the rest of them.
How do you know?
I just do. Unless you're hiding something, you have nothing to fear from Shane Donovan.
I'm not hiding anything. But what about you, huh? I mean, you are the Riverfront Raider. What would your brother-in-law say if he knew that?
Yellow.
Bo, you gotta meet me at Pier 21 right away. It's important.
Okay, I'll be right there.
What is it? Is something wrong?
Can you watch Sean for me?
Yeah, I can,
Right.
but
Oh, we'll finish this conversation when I get back.
Wow, Sean Douglas is doing really well this time. You're a good teacher.
He's a bright boy.
Yeah. Well, he's really lucky to have such a caring family. Speaking of which, Shane Donovan was here today.
Good. And we all want him to still feel like he's part of the family.
Yeah, I heard what happened with your sister. It must have been terrible for them.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you'd never know it from meeting Shane, though.
Well, it's just the way he is. He's sort of reserved and complicated. But he's very loyal to his friends. And he always has a way of getting what he wants.
Sounds like a man to be reckoned with.
Well, he is. But you don't have anything to worry about. As long as he's on your side.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, I got hung up.
Oh, that's okay. I have some things I need to do.
Well, we
so-
didn't finish our conversation.
You know, Bo, I really don't want to talk about Shane Donovan.
Why are you so afraid of his questions?
You know, I would think that you would be afraid of him. I mean, after all, you're the Raider.
There's no reason for me to be scared. Unless somebody's going to turn me in.
Well, Shane will never find that out from me.
That's what I figured.
Am I hearing things, or did you just admit that you trusted me?
I mean what I say. Simple as that.
Well, that's the way you want it, but I still think you're wrong about Shane.
He's a great guy. I know him.
But then why is he asking me so many questions? Huh? Why is he involved with a company like Gen Con? I mean, you know how those people are. You saw what they tried to do to me. What's going to keep them from coming after me again?
I am.
What are you talking about?
I got a plan to stop Gen Con. Stop them dead in their tracks. All I can say is that there's somebody else on our side.
Our side? You know, if I didn't know you better, I was getting to like me a little bit.
Gen Con hurt my son. You're against Gen Con. It puts us on the same side.
I think there's a little more to it. We're finally working together on this, Bo. And I can't tell you how much that means to me. Like I said, I have some things I need to do. So I'll see you later.
Okay.
I'm so happy you're helping me, Bo.
Good evening. Oh, little on edge, aren't we tonight, Doctor?
How did you get in here?
Ah, that's my little secret. I must say, this is a beautiful apartment. Tell me, did you decorate this yourself?
If you're not going to answer me, you can answer to the police. Right?
No, I don't think either of us would be interested in that. You see, once the authorities are involved, it wouldn't take them long to find out what I already know.
And just what is that?
The fact that you are not exactly who you might appear to be. I think we're long overdue for a little heart-to-heart, don't you, Carly?
It's obvious you've looked at some kind of record or file about me somewhere.
Perhaps.
Well, then what could I possibly tell you that you haven't already found out yourself?
Oh, I think there's plenty of story left to tell.
Yeah, perhaps there is. But if you're not willing to divulge how you know what you know, then I don't think I want to continue this conversation. Thanks for dropping by. I'll show you out.
You are an intelligent woman, Dr. Manning, and resourceful to boot.
Well, thank you very much.
So you shouldn't need me to warn you how dangerous the situation is that you'll find yourself in.
Then why are you bothering?
Well, two reasons, really. First, let's call a friendly warning. If you are on the wrong side of this situation, then sooner or later I'm going to find out about it. On the other hand, if you turn out to be one of the good guys, and I have a sneaky suspicion that's exactly what you are, well, then you're making a big mistake in not trusting me. But that's your mistake to make. Good night. Just give it some thought, will you?